At BeFlexible, we are working to build a more adaptable, resilient, and consumer-centred energy system for Europe. Our project includes 11 real-life pilots across Europe, where we explore how flexibility from buildings, industries, and distributed energy resources can support the grid as renewable generation expands and electricity demand becomes increasingly dynamic. This video is one of the 3 videos of the project's largest demo, comprising of 8 pilots in 6 locations expanding from Spain to France. In this video, we focus on the pilots working on customer-centric flexibility services.
So I'm in charge of the involvement of SAP into the BeFlexible project. The pilot is located in SAP Labs France. Here we are in our location in Sophia Antipolis, and I'm leading the innovation around SAP mobility, and I'm also in charge of the EMS and ISO 40001 certification. And what we want to showcase is that, the parking plots is becoming an asset for the grid to help the grid to better cope with the load. So, to set up the context, at SAP Labs France, we are running 100% electric cars. We have nearly 280 cars, which are across our 3 locations, Sophia Antipolis, Caen, and Paris. So with these 280 vehicles, we have the capability to offer services to the grid. The problem is to put intelligence into our solution, which is called SAP Mobility, that we are developing since more than 10 years now. And the idea is really to enable the operator to propose, let's say, flex period, and for us to adjust the capabilities of the load without impacting the service to the colleagues which are driving the cars. So what happened in a startup company is that you used to have, let's say, a car park, a building, and this was managed by an organization called Facilities. The car park was basically static. Okay. On top of that, you had an organization called Car Fleet, the company to provide to employees a car and also likely a card in order to go to the gas station. Okay. But there was basically no interaction needed between the car fleet and the facilities. Obviously, you used to have a contract that was existing with the DSO, okay? And this was managed by the procurement office that was buying the contracts of the facilities. Now, when you transition to electric cars, what happened? So, first of all, you need to use more energy. So either you will share the energy from the building, or either you will need to have another contract in order to charge your cars. Obviously, you need also to install charging station, which can be relatively costly. You need to have electric cars, okay? And you may have other cards in order to charge your cars. There is a new actor which will appear, that can be done by facilities or so forth, but which is the charging point operator that will manage all of the cars. And this is what SAP Mobility is good at, is basically to provide a platform to do. So it already complexifies, the setup. Now, with the Flex, what happened? You need to explain to people that by having a different type of contract, smart, flex-aware CPMS, like e-mobility, you are able to do what? To modify the load without impacting your employees and without disrupting the way to work of our facilities, colleagues, and CPO. The flex, that's not done only for the grid operator, but can be also quite interesting in terms of CO2, okay, and also in terms of TCO of your car fleet, okay. Here at Sophia Antipolis, we are the main site that developed the solution. For that purpose, we have different charging capabilities, chargers. Like you can see, this one is a fast charger, but we also have something like 40 AC chargers from different brands to best test them and so forth. We also have on the roof and on the carport solar panel that enable to have renewable, and we have a battery which is also used as a buffer for the energy when during the weekend or during the evening where there is less request to the charging infrastructure. This infrastructure is already piloted with a smart allocation of energy. We have a dedicated charging DLM, smart charging, and this dynamic load manager was modified to take into account orders coming for the flexibility requests. One of the challenges is to try to understand where we can push the flexibility without compromising the quality of service. So we get a flexibility request, for example, in the morning. We know that we can postpone the charge of the cars for some time, but we need to take into account when people want to leave and if they can go back home and come back to the office the day after. And we find out that, for example, reducing 20% or 30% with the infrastructure that we have is basically unnoticeable for the driver. The key thing is that we need to change the mindset of people when they are, let's say, fueling their cars. Initially with petrol, what people were going to gas station, they were asking for full tank. It was taking 5 minutes, and then they can run the full week. Now they need to understand they arrive in the morning, they plug, it takes virtually no time, and then the system is adjusting that basically you get enough energy to commute as a service. So what was really interesting with the pilot is, first of all, flexibility is a game with different actors. So the pilot showcased the interaction between all of the actors, the DSO, the regulators, the CPO, the driver. I think quite important to take into account this full spectrum, showing how much we can, let's say, adjust this cursor of flexibility without people noticing or with few disruption, and without, let's say, real experiment, simulation, and so forth. You cannot, let's say, understand exactly all of these different factors and that you need to take into account to the deployment. Another point maybe is, I already talked about it, but is basically to get on board all of the actors from the company, that they are also understanding that with respect to the reduction of our carbon footprint, flexibility is also one way to do it. It's not as, let's say, tangible than an asset like a solar panel, but it can be as effective.
As the energy transition accelerates, projects like BeFlexible are key to unlocking a future where flexibility becomes a cornerstone of efficient, resilient, and sustainable energy systems. Stay tuned to discover more insights from our pilot implementation.